Be so many questions, and today we have an expert here to help us sort it all out. Jim Shine, owner of Insure It Forward, is joining us, and thank you so much for joining us today, Jim. And he and I were talking off camera, and I've already learned so many things. First of all, though, the big question, as we just mentioned, Obamacare, will it be trumped? And if it is repealed and replaced, I think a lot of people wonder what then.
You're absolutely right, and we have a lot of our clients and people that we talk to that are really worried about, the promises, will it go away the first day, the first week? And I do think there's going to be drastic changes to the Affordable Care Act, and there is need for that, but I don't think it's going to be trumped anytime really soon. It took over 4 years to get enacted with the President and the Congress and all being controlled by the Democratic Party, so I don't think it's going to just be changed overnight. So I feel pretty comfortable that people who have coverage now will be good for this year, and they do need to go ahead, and it is the law of the land, and get covered to protect their family and also to avoid the tax penalty, because it is still the law of the land for now.
Well, and no matter what the Affordable Care Act ends up being, it is often complicated to figure out, and a lot of times, the website, people are trying to do it through the website, and I just know that often that can create problems, and some people just don't do it because of that. You told me something interesting. Your company will help people do that, register.
That's exactly right, Meg. It's very few people seem to know that they can go to a local insurance agent and they can help them with the Affordable Care Act, finding the plan that's right for them. We do the enrollment for them. We go through and figure out what's best for them. The Affordable Care Act is an incredibly confusing piece of legislation. Yeah. A huge part of it is the subsidies, which is just how much the government pays for the people for insurance. And that is a huge part of it. So figuring out exactly where they fit and how much help they'll get. For example, the subsidies for a family of two, it goes by the federal poverty level. So somebody making between $16,000 a year all the way up to $64,000 a year for a family of two can get help. And that really makes a big difference. We had some people call in and come in the office 2 weeks ago, a family of two that makes between $60,000 and $65,000 a year. Well, they told the healthcare.gov that they made $65,000, so they were told that they would get no help, and their cheapest premium would be $1,800 a month for a $6,000 deductible. Well, we talked about it a little bit, and I said, well, you're working a part-time job. Could you get that income down to $64,000? Because the difference was they got $1,800 a month in help just by a $1,000 difference in their income.
See, that's one of those intricacies that many of us would not know.
Right.
So no matter what happens with this, the Affordable Health Care Act, I would say, if you find it complicated, you can go to someone like Insure It Forward and get the help you need. And I think it's great that people are learning this. I think a lot of people had no idea.
Yeah, I think you're right. A lot of people don't have any idea. And the other thing is, it's not too late.
Yeah.
You have until January 31st to sign up for health insurance for 2017. Another thing that's been really common is there's a lot of people that bought things that don't meet the guidelines. So if you bought a health plan, somebody called on the phone and you bought something, and you get it home and you open it up and it says that it does not meet the ACA guidelines, it's not too late to fix that, to call somebody local and get some help.
All right, there is time to do it, so do it now. Jim's going to be back with us next week with more expert advice, but you don't have to wait. You can call Insure It Forward right now. If you have questions, 405-585-0648, or the website is insureitforward.com, Facebook, Insure It Forward, Twitter @Insure It Forward.